With the comfort of finding a small community, I think I can finally open up. About 6 years ago, I started seeing a black silhouette behind the door of my room. At that time, I had just gone through a trauma, so I initially thought it was just my imagination, but it continued to stay there for a long time. One night, I gathered my courage and looked at it. It was looking at me with an expressionless but quite ordinary face. The face seemed inexplicably familiar, but I couldn't place it. I tried to speak, but no sound came out. I approached it and tried to touch it, but my hand went through it. This continued for a while. I wasn't afraid because it didn't look scary. About 3 years had passed and I had gotten used to it. I share the same room with my sister. One night, my sister started screaming, pointing at the back of the door. I got up and asked her what happened, and she said there was someone there. The black silhouette of a woman was standing there, looking at me, but it was impossible for my sister to see it. I calmed her down and helped her fall asleep, but I couldn't sleep that night. In the following nights, I noticed that it also reflected her emotions. When I was upset, it appeared sad, and when I was angry, it appeared angry too. I wasn't afraid, but it was strange. One day, during an argument with my family, I let slip and they started taking me to a psychiatrist. During that time, we moved, and I didn't see it anymore. I felt a sense of emptiness inside. One night, I went to bed thinking, I wish I could see her again. Before falling asleep, I checked the time. It was 01:05. In my dream, I was in the city where I spent my childhood, and there was no one around. But suddenly I saw her. This time she wasn't black. She was wearing a red skirt and a white blouse. As soon as I saw her like this, I recognized her. She was my imaginary friend from childhood. I ran to her and hugged her. It felt so real that I even smelled the strawberry scent in her hair. I was about to ask something when she gave me a leaf. It had, "I'll come back again," written on it. Just as I wanted to speak, I woke up. It was dark around me. I felt very tired and my head hurt. I checked the time. It was 01:06. Confused, I sat up in bed and something slippery came into my hand. When I raised my hand, I saw there was a leaf underneath. I took a photo of it and placed it on the table before going back to sleep. When I woke up in the morning, I searched for the leaf, but it was gone. I looked all over the room but couldn't find it. Nobody in the house was awake, so nobody could have taken it. I took out my phone and checked my gallery. The photo was there. When I looked more closely, I noticed there was a faint handprint on my hand. Nothing else happened afterwards, but to be honest, I miss her.